PFL has officially given the undefeated Dakota Ditcheva a brand new opponent for February 7th, 2026, and this one is massive. Her opponent? None other than the explosive former Bellator kickboxing world champion, Denise Kielholtz. But here's where it gets interesting. Dakota just dropped a bombshell message, and Denise has fired back with a response that has the entire MMA world buzzing. Let's get into it. Before this fight was even announced, Dakota Ditcheva opened up about her frustrations with finding opponents. And what she said is absolutely eye-opening. Listen to this. Yeah, and exactly someone that's fought 3 times. Do they want to fight me at the end of the year? They might say, oh, sorry, I'm injured. Or, oh, I'm not fighting again this year. I'll do it in January. That's a whole year out for me. So, it's testing, for sure. But something will come, guys. Something will come.
Yeah, and exactly, someone that's fought 3 times, do they want to fight me at the end of the year? They might say, oh, sorry, I'm injured, or oh, I'm not fighting again this year, I'll do it in January. That's a whole year out for me, so it's testing for sure, but something will come, guys, something will come.
You can hear the frustration in her voice. Dakota is hungry. She's undefeated. She's destroying everyone put in front of her. But the problem? Nobody wants to fight her. Think about that for a second. You're so dominant that fighters are literally avoiding you. That's not just respect. That's fear.
Slung and a right hand. Oh, big one. Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hammer fake. Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva.
Dakota has become the boogeyman of the women's flyweight division. At just 26 years old with a perfect professional record, she's combining youth, reach, precision striking, and improved grappling to create an almost unstoppable package. But here's the thing. Being avoided comes with its own set of challenges. Long layoffs, ring rust, loss of momentum. Dakota knows this, and you can tell it's been weighing on her mind. Well, the wait is finally over, and her opponent is no pushover. Now, when Denise Kielholtz heard she was getting Dakota, she didn't back down. Instead, she fired back with a message that shows exactly why she's dangerous. Because I know my skills, I know what I can do, but sometimes in the cage or in the ring, it doesn't come out. And now we trained so much about aggression, and just have no regret of anything, and you see what happened.
Because I know my skills, I know what I can do, but sometimes in the cage or in the ring, it doesn't come out. And now we train so much for aggression, and just have no regret of anything, and you see what happened.
This is huge, guys. Denise isn't making excuses. She's acknowledging her past performances haven't always shown her full potential. But now, she's training specifically for aggression. No regrets, no holding back, and she didn't stop there. Denise took to Twitter to send her own message, making it crystal clear she's not intimidated by Dakota's undefeated record or her reputation as a knockout artist. This is the mindset of a true veteran. Denise Kielholtz has been in the trenches. She's fought elite competition across multiple combat sports. She's won world championships in kickboxing. She knows what it takes to win on the biggest stages. While Dakota may be younger and undefeated, Denise brings something equally valuable: championship experience and the kind of mental toughness that only comes from years of high-level combat. This verbal exchange has set the tone perfectly. We've got a hungry young champion who feels she's being avoided, facing off against a seasoned veteran who believes her true skills are about to be unleashed. Let's talk about what makes this fight so compelling from a technical standpoint. At 5 feet 9 inches, she has a massive 6-inch height advantage. Her reach allows her to control distance with teeps, jabs, and body kicks. She's undefeated for a reason. Precision, timing, and fight IQ, improved takedown defense and clinch control. Youth and momentum on her side.
The damage so far in this fight, it's been one-way trap. Oh, nasty notice the middle from Dakota. And a flurry down to the body. Here's the elbow. Back elbow. And now a left And she's showing off now.
Denise Kielholtz's advantages: 5-time world kickboxing champion with elite-level striking compact power at 5 feet 3 inches with explosive combinations, devastating left hook and inside fighting game. Experience against top-level competition, thrives in chaos and pressure situations. Nothing to lose, everything to prove. Here's what's fascinating. This is a complete clash of styles. Dakota wants to control distance and pick opponents apart from the outside. Denise wants to close the gap, get inside, and turn it into a brawl. If Dakota can maintain her range and use her Muay Thai background effectively, she'll turn this into a long-range striking clinic. But if Denise gets inside and starts landing those heavy hooks and combinations, we could see a major upset. The stakes for this fight couldn't be higher for both women. For Dakota Ditcheva, this is about proving she belongs at the absolute elite level. Yes, she's undefeated. Yes, she's been dominant. But Denise represents a significant step up in competition. Someone with world championship pedigree and the kind of experience that can't be taught. A win here doesn't just keep her streak alive, it sends a message to every other fighter in the division that Dakota isn't just hype. She's the real deal. For Denise Kielholtz, this is her moment to prove that championship experience and veteran savvy can overcome youth and momentum. She's coming in as the underdog, but that's exactly where she's most dangerous. With her new focus on aggression and attacking without regret, Denise could shock the world. One clean combination, one well-timed counter, and Dakota's undefeated record is history. And let's not forget, Denise has already defeated tough fighters like Kate Jackson and Christina Williams. She's even fought Sumiko Inaba, the same opponent Dakota faced. Denise knows what it takes to beat elite competition.
Flyweight set. It'll be Denise Miss Dynamite Kielholtz, Sumiko Lady Samurai.
This isn't a showcase fight for Dakota. This is a genuine, legitimate test. So here's my take on how this fight plays out. Dakota should be the favorite based on her recent form, physical advantages, and momentum. If she fights smart, using her reach, controlling distance, and mixing in clinch work, she should be able to win a decision or potentially stop Denise late. But, and this is a big but, Denise's new mindset changes everything. If she comes out with that aggressive, no-regrets approach she's been training for, and if she can close the distance early and often, this fight could look completely different. Early rounds will be crucial. Dakota needs to establish her range immediately. Denise needs to pressure from the opening bell and not give Dakota time to settle into her rhythm. My prediction? Dakota wins by decision after a competitive back-and-forth battle. But I would not be shocked at all if Denise catches her and pulls off the upset. This is MMA. Anything can happen. And when you've got a 5-time kickboxing world champion with elite striking against an undefeated prospect looking to prove herself, you've got all the ingredients for an absolute war. February 7th, 2026. Mark your calendars, fight fans. Dakota Ditcheva versus Denise Kielholtz is going to be fireworks. So what do you think? Is Dakota's undefeated streak safe? Or is Denise about to shock the world? Drop your predictions in the comments below. I read every single one.
Yeah, get that one now. She's in the driver's seat. Oh, look at this.
Wow.
Mistake.
Busy is doing some damage, not major damage. She landed strikes from the outside now.
Starting to connect with the jab.
Santos is exhausted at this point. Blanchfield still feels.
UFC's rising star Erin Blanchfield just dropped a bombshell message aimed directly at undefeated PFL champion Dakota Ditcheva. And let me tell you, this bully-style call-out has the entire combat sports community talking. Stick around because Dakota's response is not what you'd expect. Alright, let's set the stage. Erin Blanchfield, currently ranked number 4 in the UFC women's flyweight division and number 7 pound for pound, has been on an absolute tear. With 14 wins and only 2 losses, this 25-year-old phenom from New Jersey has been demolishing opponents left and right.
Power in every single punch, and it does become a little telegraph. But I would like her to kind of cut more lateral movement and really set up that big right hand. She's got a lot of power.
These flyweights have come to fight, and Erin Blanchfield trying to close the show. It is done.
Wow!
Cold-blooded Erin Blanchfield stops Victoria Leonardo in devastating fashion. We can talk all day about her jiu-jitsu game, but Erin Blanchfield is a well-rounded mixed martial artist.
But her latest victory over Tracy Cortez at UFC 322 wasn't enough. No, Blanchfield wants more, and she's got her sights set on someone outside the UFC entirely. In a recent statement that's gone viral across social media, Blanchfield sent a direct message to Dakota Ditcheva, saying, and I quote, "I want you in the UFC. I'm going to win the title and be the UFC champion."
I'm going to win a title and be the UFC champion.
There you go. Let's hear it for your winner, Erin Blanchfield, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, that might sound like confidence, but many fans are calling it straight-up bullying. Blanchfield isn't just calling out Ditcheva. She's essentially telling the undefeated PFL champion that she needs to come to her promotion, fight on her terms, and watch her become champion. Talk about throwing down the gauntlet. Now, if you don't know who Dakota Ditcheva is, let me educate you real quick because this woman is different. Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva is a 26-year-old British-Bulgarian fighter with a perfect 15-0 record. That's right, undefeated. And it's not just that she's winning, it's how she's winning.
Plum and a right hand. Oh, another one! Big one! Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hand of fist! Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva!
12 of her 15 victories have come by knockout. She's got 1 submission and only 2 decision wins. This woman is a finisher. She's the 2024 PFL Women's Flyweight Champion, won the $1 million prize, and is the youngest champion in PFL history and the first British female MMA World Champion. But here's what makes her dangerous. She comes from a Muay Thai background. She was a 3-time world champion in the junior divisions and won gold at the 2016 IFMA World Championships. Her striking is absolutely vicious, with those body punches that have become her signature. So when Erin Blanchfield calls her out and demands she come to the UFC, you'd expect Dakota to fire back with some trash talk, right? Wrong. Here's where things get interesting. Instead of engaging in a war of words, Dakota Ditcheva took the high road with a response that's actually more strategic than you might think. In her statement, Dakota said, "This is how I'm going to build my brand and become a superstar, along with the fighting, which is most important." But yeah, kind of just got to go with the flow.
This is how I'm gonna, build my brand and become a superstar, I suppose, along with the fighting as well, which is most important. But yeah, I've kind of just gotta go with the flow.
Now, some people might see this as Dakota backing down, but let me tell you why that's completely wrong. Dakota is playing the long game here. She's in the PFL, she's undefeated, she just won $1 million, and she's building her brand on her terms. She doesn't need to jump to the UFC just because Erin Blanchfield says so. Think about it. Why would she leave the PFL where she's the champion, making huge money and getting massive exposure, to go be just another contender in the UFC's flyweight division? Dakota is building her superstar status where she is, and the pressure is actually on Blanchfield to become UFC champion first. And then Dakota took to Twitter and dropped her own message. While we don't know the exact wording, sources indicate Dakota's tweet was about continuing her journey and letting her fighting do the talking. No drama, no begging for the fight, just pure confidence. Erin Blanchfield, 14-2 record, UFC ranked, aggressive call-out style, needs to win the title to back up her talk. Dakota Ditcheva, 15-0 record, PFL champion, undefeated, calm and calculated, building her brand methodically. Blanchfield is a grappling monster. She holds the UFC women's flyweight record for most takedowns in a single fight with 8 against Miranda Maverick. She's got 4 submission victories in the UFC alone, tied for second all-time in the division. Her Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu credentials are legit. She's a former Eddie Bravo Invitational champion. When she gets you to the ground, it's basically game over. Just ask Molly McCann, who got caught in a Kimura, or Jessica Andrade, who tapped to a submission.
Officially 125.5 for Erin Blanchfield.
Dakota, on the other hand, is a striker's striker. Coming from a Muay Thai background where she won world championships, her stand-up game is absolutely elite. Those body punches are surgical. She literally won the PFL championship by destroying Tyla Santos with body shots, becoming the first person ever to finish Santos. 12 knockouts in 15 fights speaks volumes. She keeps fighting standing. She picks you apart and she puts you away.
The planet right now, fantastic strikers, veterans, future legends of the game here.
For sure.
Santos
is in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
So you've got the ultimate grappler versus the ultimate striker. It's the classic MMA question. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? But here's the thing that's driving fans crazy right now. This is the fight we need to see to answer the question. Who's really the best flyweight on the planet? The UFC has the most stacked division, sure, but Dakota's been destroying everyone put in front of her without even being tested. But here's what I think is really happening here. Erin Blanchfield knows that calling out an undefeated fighter from another promotion gets her attention and keeps her name in the headlines. It's a smart promotion, even if it comes off as bullying. She's creating a narrative where she's the fighter willing to face anyone, anywhere.
125.
Official weight 125 pounds for Erin Blanchfield.
Dakota Ditcheva knows that not engaging in trash talk while focusing on her own success makes her look professional and in demand. She's playing chess while others are playing checkers. By staying cool and collected, she's actually making Blanchfield chase her, not the other way around. So there you have it. Fight fans, Erin Blanchfield has thrown down the challenge, demanding Dakota Ditcheva come to the UFC so she can prove she's the best. Dakota's response? Essentially, I'm building my empire over here. Thanks. The question is, do we ever see this fight? And if we do, who wins? The aggressive submission specialist with championship experience in the UFC, or the undefeated knockout artist who's never tasted defeat? My take? Both women are being smart in their own way. Blanchfield is generating buzz and showing confidence. She's putting pressure on herself to win that UFC title, which could fast-track her to superstardom. Dakota is staying patient and letting her perfect record speak for itself while cashing PFL checks and building her brand internationally. This bully girl Shauna Bannon really messed with Dakota. She even said in an interview before the match that she would knock Dakota out in the second round. Is the knockout on your mind? I want to knock her out. Do you have a prediction of when you get to do it? Second round. Thank you.
Is the knockout on your mind?
I want to knock her out.
Do you have a prediction of when you get to do it?
Second round.
Thank you.
After listening to this message, Dakota fired back with pure class and confidence. I feel very lucky to be on the card, you know. Like, this is the final for the athletes that are all fighting for £1 million. And I feel like only my second fight in PFL, I've been able to get on the undercard for that. It's just a massive thing. So, I'm quite proud of myself that, you know, I've been given that opportunity. But, yeah, I'm just trying to treat it as every other fight. I'm not trying to think too big. Obviously, it's my first one in the States as well. I want to make sure I'm making an impression, a good impression, and I only got like less than a round out of my last fight. So I want people to be able to see a little bit more about what I'm here for.
How do you look at this fight and what it does for you to be able to have now your second fight at PFL?
I feel very lucky to be on the card, you know, like this is the final for the athletes that are all fighting for £1 million, and I feel like only my second fight in PFL, I've been able to get on the undercard for that. It's just a massive thing, so I'm quite proud of myself that, you know, I've been given that opportunity. But yeah, I'm just trying to treat it as every other fight. I'm not trying to like think too big. Obviously, it's my first one in the States as well. I want to make sure I make an impression, a good impression, and I only got like less than a round out of my last fight, so I want people to be able to see a little bit more about what I'm here for.
But Shauna Bannon had no idea she would regret those words instantly the moment she stepped inside the cage. This wasn't just another fight. This was a statement opportunity for both fighters. Dakota Ditcheva, the rising star with devastating striking power, was facing Shauna Bannon, an aggressive Irish fighter known for her relentless pressure and warrior mentality.
Plum and a right hand. Oh, one. Big one. Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hammer fist. Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva.
The trash talk was set. Bannon promised a second round knockout. Dakota promised to prove why she belongs on the big stage. The MMA world was watching, but what Dakota didn't know at the time was what would be revealed after the fight, a shocking detail that would change the entire narrative of this battle. From the opening bell, Dakota took complete control. Using her exceptional reach and technical striking, she dictated the distance and pace. Every time Bannon tried to push forward, Dakota shut her down with crisp jabs and sharp, steep kicks. The message was clear. This was Dakota's cage.
Against defense with body shots.
Combination again. punching her way out of these clinches.
Nava not able to match speed on the outside.
Crashing in again.
Oh, beautiful knee.
Oh, the clinch is really working for Ditcheva. She gets the turn underneath, the knee, finds its way to the face of Sumiko Nava, and an elbow from Dakota.
Nava can't take a lot of those knees.
Remember Bannon's prediction? Second round knockout? Well, the second round arrived, and it was Dakota who was landing the knockout level shots. A brutal knee to the body visibly hurt Bannon. Dakota mixed her attacks beautifully. Jabs, body kicks, leg kicks, keeping Shauna guessing at every moment. Bannon showed heart, but Dakota was levels above. Bannon came out trying to make the fight messy, forcing wild exchanges. But Dakota's composure never cracked. Her footwork was surgical, circling out of danger and countering every aggressive attempt. While Bannon showed toughness, Dakota's accuracy and control of distance kept her firmly ahead.
Less than a minute remaining, guys.
I really admire that they just keep striking, though.
Yeah.
They move, they grapple, they strike. These are two women who love to fight.
Persistence.
Yeah, and again, creative cage work there from Bannon. She's always trying to get her hips to a better position. Nadia Vera disengaging there. Smartly done.
Well, she's only got 30 seconds left.
Hand. Ooh! Bring me back to my Taekwondo days. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Bannon comes firing forward now, trying to close this out.
She's listening to her coach so well. He asked for the blitz. She hit the blitz.
Beautiful.
And look at this.
Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
She wanted to finish in this fight, and she just might get it.
Oh.
Bannon trying to put an exclamation point at the very end on this.
Wow.
Oh,
how tough are these ladies?
Both fighters felt the pace, but Dakota still looked sharp. She used her jab like a weapon, repeatedly piercing through Bannon's guard. At one point, Dakota trapped Bannon near the cage and landed a devastating combination, jab, cross, body kick, that drew massive reactions from the crowd. Dakota's confidence was growing with each exchange. The final round was pure warfare. Bannon threw everything she had: high kicks, spinning attacks, rushing combinations. She knew she needed something big, but Dakota stayed composed, landing the cleaner, more damaging shots. Those brutal knees in the clinch continued to punish Bannon. A sharp right hand in the final minute sealed the deal.
4-2 record for her, and we start exchanging leg kicks.
And I'm excited to see this striking exchange between the two. Dakota, well known for that Muay Thai background, a record, I believe, of 11-1-1. Her mom was a pro fighter as well. She's a very similar style.
When the final bell rang, there was no doubt. Unanimous decision victory for Dakota Ditcheva. After the fight, Dakota took to Twitter to send a powerful message to the entire division. She didn't gloat or trash talk. She simply let her performance speak for itself. Her message was clear: I'm not here to talk, I'm here to dominate. The fight world responded with massive respect. Analysts, fellow fighters, and fans recognized what they had just witnessed: a future champion in the making. Dakota had backed up every word with her fists, knees, and flawless technique. While Bannon had promised a second-round knockout, Dakota delivered 5 rounds of complete domination instead.
A number of her fights at the IMAFs, some in Europe and then some at the Worlds, and she impressed me so much. I believe she medaled, but I saw at least 2 fights that she won, and the way she won them was with aggression and excellent striking as well on her side as well. So I'm very, very excited to see this title fight.
Shauna taking one of those tools away from her straight away. And Shauna is the more aggressive of the two. She's initiated the clinch up against the cage.
But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. After the fight, Shauna Bannon revealed something that shocked the MMA community. She was 7 weeks pregnant during the fight, and she had no idea. Bannon explained that she felt unusually flat that night. Her energy levels were off, her focus wasn't there, and the weight cut felt far more brutal than usual. At the time, she couldn't understand why her body wasn't responding the way it normally did.
Pose, waiting for that opportunity to free those hands and start raining down more bombs. There they go.
Big shots coming in underneath the armpit. These are huge. Kerry needs to mount some sort of offense.
Lovely right hand.
But looking back, everything made sense. The fatigue, the lack of sharpness, the overall heaviness she felt throughout those 5 rounds, all connected to her early pregnancy, which she only discovered afterward. This revelation adds a whole new layer to this fight. It doesn't take away from Dakota's dominant performance, but it does explain why Bannon, known for her relentless aggression and cardio, seemed off her usual pace.
You know, the damage so far in this fight, it's been one-way trap.
Oh, nasty knee right the middle from Dakota. And a flurry. Get under the body. Here's the elbow. Back elbow. And now a left hand. And she's showing off, man.
This fight showed us 2 things. First, Dakota Ditcheva is an absolute force of nature. From the opening bell to the final moments, she controlled the pace, dictated the distance, and proved exactly why she's one of the fastest rising stars in women's MMA. Second, we saw the incredible heart of Shauna Bannon, who pushed through every round despite unknowingly fighting for 2. Her grit and determination, especially in hindsight, deserve massive respect.
Long-time trainer of Dakota. Oh, a nice leg kick there. That one hurt. Again, working that lead thigh.
And in on the clinch straight away. Shauna Bannon. And just with 2 shots, you could see that the left thigh of...
Fights like this remind us why we love this sport. Raw talent, real heart, and unforgettable moments between 2 warriors giving everything they have. Dakota silenced the trash talk. She answered the knockout prediction with 5 rounds of dominance. And she proved that when you step into the cage with her, you better come prepared, because she's not just here to compete, she's here to conquer. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more fight breakdowns and MMA news just like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
We'll see. Kicks hard, Perney, I've seen.
There might a little bit of a struggle for range for Perney.
See another big knee, good sweep from Perney.
Amy Perney. If you don't know this girl, she's the only girl who's beat Dakota Ditcheva. Not only beat her, she made Dakota cry in the ring, and Dakota believes she's unbeatable. But Amy beat her and made her debut 1-0. But it's Dakota's debut, and it's not counted in her record. If we add this to her record, it would be 15 wins and 1 loss, not 15-0.
Fighting out of the Inferno Muay Thai fight team in Glasgow, Scotland. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and go absolutely wild for Amy